Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it is Saturday, hence it's BOLO Day. Like that little change up there?
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it is BOLO Day. We go through a deep dive into all of the items, that's not all, but many of the items that sold this last week. Sometimes it seems like all of them.
When eBay sales are low, 5 is probably accurate. So.
And tell you what sold, why they sold, tips on how to find them and what to look out for. And why don't you take it away, Mr. Magazine?
All right. I love this one lister I have because he can find any action figure you give him for the most part somewhere on eBay or on the internet, and he figures out what it is. I had this in a box, probably paid nothing for it. Race car driver, Adventure People Fisher Price, vintage 1974. It went for $20.
Doesn't look like much, to quote Mr. Magazine.
Yeah. And his sleeves are dirty, but
wow.
I never knew I had him because it was in just some box of figures. But hey, he turned it into $20, and I cannot argue with that.
It is moderate blemishes and wear, and joints are tight. I see after that debacle, you guys are mentioning how tight the joints are and everything too. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, gotta get better.
Good.
Next up, I'm sure everyone knows who Bo Jackson is, but he was always famous. But I feel since COVID, he's really taken a big step forward. It's like an icon. Everything his stuff sells for more than everyone else for the most part. Like this figure here, I don't even think it's a variant. Sold for $58.
It's just a regular McFarlane.
It's a McFarlane, yeah.
And roughly, what year would that have come out? Roughly.
Oh God.
5 years ago, 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
10 years ago. Yeah,
maybe 10. Yeah, but he's just popular. Whether he's got a white jersey, a baseball jersey, people just love him, and his stuff goes for a premium. So good for him. Yeah.
Nice. He also played baseball.
Yeah. Well, Bo knows. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that.
He's a cook too, chef.
Nice.
Yeah, Chef Bo. Next up, this is what not to buy. Teen Spectacular Magazine, April 1978, Andy Gibb.
Really?
There's a centerfold. I don't know if it's a condition, but...
Yeah, it has to be the condition,
it was up
right?
it's bad. It's not...
It's got a stain at the line at the top, yeah.
It sounds like it's got the centerfold. But, 2 years to sell for $50. And actually, I took like a $10 or $12 offer on it. So, maybe it'd be $50 if it's mint condition. It's got some wear. But still, you're still talking 45 years old.
Maybe if they had taken out the word centerfold and the word mag, and I don't know if they could have fit John Travolta in.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
or
CF,
Hardy
CF,
something like that.
Sure,
I don't know.
All right. But it did sell, I guess.
Because I would still buy that, even after you tell me not to.
Yeah. Next up, G.I.
But that's because I collect Andy Gibb.
Obviously. So I don't want you to have any more. You got enough of him. Anyways, up next, the G.I. Joe file cards from Hasbro. It's a vintage lot of 10.
Only 10.
And 10, and they sell for $45. But here's the thing. If you have even one or two of those figures, it could make it worth $10, $20 more.
Only 10?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now
these are 1980s, so,
Are any of those rare figures?
I won't say rare, but they're popular. Like, is this Lady Jane? Or I can't remember who. There's a Tana. Anyways, she's a better one. Some of these are $40, $50 figures. If you need that, it's going to raise the price of it and have be easier to sell them.
I not that I've ever seen those, but now I'll know to pick them up if I do. Wow.
Yeah,
because you're probably not going to just see one. You're going to see a pile.
Pay $1 a piece or 50 cents even, unless someone really knows what they got in there. Joe, lover, who knows?
Wow.
Crazy. Next up, 2014 Bowman Chrome baseball set, 430 cards. Mookie Betts. I'm assuming it's his rookie card.
Wow, $189 seems expensive.
Had it for 3 years. I think what happened was we had the price really high. I think it was like $250, and then maybe at the back end of COVID, it was higher price, and then it dropped, and we didn't adjust our price. I took an offer of like $180 on it, but I'm sure I still made money on it.
Right. And even if you didn't,
I sold it for what it's worth now. It doesn't really matter to me. Yep, definitely.
Paid so long ago, who cares?
Yep. Next up, Speedboat Chris Kraft 10-inch wooden nautical desktop model. I would think this is vintage, but what do I know? 60s or 70s maybe. But
it looks like it, but I don't know either.
Went for $60, so we can't argue with that. Yeah, pretty cool if you're into that stuff.
10-inch. They did lunch. Yeah, your listers are getting better.
Yeah, all right, good to know. Took an offer on this today. Mako with weapon from Tiger Shark's LJN 1986 vintage figure. So, I've had it up for a while. We're talking 4, 5, 6, 7 months. I had some lowball offers.
A while. To me, that's like something that's just getting warmed up.
Well, we had it up for $500, and then people were offering less, and then I think I took a $290 on it. So, I'm still getting good money on it. Turn it over and hopefully reinvest into something worth 10 times that.
Wow.
I think you were up.
All right, the first item I'm bringing up is just because Zoo Days, Rochester, New York, Seneca Park Zoo, 1961 booklet, sold fairly quickly. You know where it didn't sell?
On Whatnot.
It did not sell on Whatnot.
So jealous.
So, because nobody on Whatnot wanted to make money, I put it up over here, and guess what? It sold. Yeah. Pretty neat little item over here, though. Would have probably been handed out to kids when they were coming in with all the pictures of the various animals and all that. Oh, he's not an animal. You're an animal.
You're an animal.
A pretty neat little item over there. Next, Bertie Wooster. You know, he sees it through. $58 for this. I picked this up. It's actually fairly high grade as well. It's the first print. I picked up at an estate sale. And the main reason I picked it up was because it was high grade. It was $1. And without going too deep into the weeds on books, it had the price there on the jacket flap. And it just, you know, same date on the copyright page. And the...
Is this the rare alternate cover where they have Wooster? Because in the title you wrote Wooston.
Oh, probably would have sold faster if I weren't an idiot. Good point.
Why are you trying to take my employees away from me?
It also says first print over there, or first edition right over there as well. So it probably would have sold a little bit faster. Well, it sold, didn't it?
It did sell. And for good money.
So somebody was probably searching on PJ Wodehouse. But again, when you're at a sale, if you just know enough things on how to tell a first of a book, if you have a chance to pick one up for $1, why not? It's going to be worth that $1 at least. Wow, I can't believe I made that mistake. Up next,
no one's perfect.
Blitz magazine, September 1983. The Plimsolls, Yardbirds, and Screamin' Jay Hawkins. I've heard of Screamin' Jay Hawkins. I've heard of the Yardbirds. Mm-hmm. I have no idea who the Plimsolls. Well, I did because I searched on them after I listed this. But $24 plus shipping out of this over here. So I've never seen Blitz magazine before. Have you?
No, a football one, but not that.
Yeah, it's a rock and roll magazine for thinking people. So it's no wonder you've not seen
it. Obviously.
But then again, neither have I. So what's that say? Up next, Ocean to Ocean on Horseback, Captain Willard Glazier. 1896, United States, a $52 book. Not in the greatest of condition, as you can see. But again, another one of those books I paid $1 to $2 at a sale for. I ended up getting $52. For some reason, this was a week where books were selling.
Well,
no idea why. Every once in a while.
At least something was selling.
Rex Stout, Too Many Women. I'm sure you've had that problem many times.
That's a problem.
Yeah, you've got one. It's one too many.
99 problems.
Exactly. Rex Stout, Nero Wolfe, Bantam Books, Mystery Paperback number 722 from 1949. $82 for a paperback is nothing to sneeze at.
No, exactly. And if you did, then it'd lose its value.
It would. You definitely. That's why you always want a bag and board before you put things away.
For sure.
Up next, Brave New World. What a beautiful picture that is. But that literally is what the cover is.
Wow. Okay.
That literally is it on the spine there. But then it's in here. It's a 1932. It is an early print. It is not a first print, but it is an early print of that book there. And I got $64 out of it. So
you're kicking butt with the books.
For some reason this week.
Yeah, book guy.
Member of United States Food Administration window card. I got $24 out of that. It has seen better days, obviously. But it is for World War I. So if you do see those things out there, don't be scared away because of bad shape. I did get $24 despite a small piece missing on top corner and a long bottom border. Tear at the hole and stains. And it still went for $24. Wow. And finally, to finish up the beautiful book day, History of Pioneer Settlement of Phelps and Gorham's Purchase, 1852. The reason why I like this book over here is this was actually Arch Merrill's copy.
Wow.
Which was pretty cool. He is a local author of some renown, and he would have used this to do some of his research. So that was pretty cool. I did take a $50 offer on it. I'm more than happy to get it moving because I could use $50. And I know it was going to a good home because it was actually going to somebody down in Phelps, as a matter of fact. Cool. So pretty cool on that as well. So every once in a while, and again, I don't know why, but for some reason I sold a lot of better books this week when other weeks I sell one book. So don't know what happened this past week. Hopefully it continues. And hopefully you continue to help us by hitting the like button. And we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.